Hello and welcome to a Time Spiral draft. Time Spiral is one of my favorite blocks of all time, probably my favorite. And yeah, I'm very excited to draft it a little bit. Liege of the Pit. Well, Beetle makes this more playable than it would be otherwise. It's just an 8-drop, but Phyrexian Obliterator on morph cost is not very good. This is funny, but definitely more of a constructor card. I don't think Zombie Tribal works in this set, unfortunately. I think the best card here is Sudden Shock, but we can keep looking and see if there's one I forget about. This is alright, a little better in damage stack. These guys are good. Fine 3-drop, fine 2-drop, one of the better slivers. This was also pretty good, but it's just way more expensive than Sudden Shock. You really want to madness that. And then the Deep Walker is good, but yeah, I think Sudden Shock was the pretty easy best card here. Guy's Blessing. To good. Angel's Grace. That seems like something I should look up to find out if it's worth money. But maybe we can hover something to do that quick. Nope. Tendrils is like decent. You want to be heavy black. I do like Think Twice a lot. Auras, Tappers, Penumbra Spider. I think I'm taking Penumbra Spider here. I think it's better than Tendrils and Think Twice. I think. But yeah, so I'm going to hover Penumbra Spider. I think this card's really good. I'm going to close my Steam, and I'm just going to check real quick if Angel's Grace is worth anything. Alright, yeah, it's not. I thought it was unlikely, but I thought it's possible, because there are some, like, weird Phyrexian Unlife bullshit decks or whatever that would play that, but I'm quite happy with my Penumbra Spider. Okay, this guy's very good. Speaking of good green creatures, I think it's between these two for who's the best in the set. I think this is a little better in a vacuum, but this is like a more explosive card. I think this card's probably pretty good. Like for the totems, the transforming into Thunder Spirit is a pretty good thing to transform to. I guess you can like put this on an opponent's creature or something, but Blink's a lot of fun. I think that's good. This is quite good in the mono white deck and not that good outside of it. Same with Gaze of Justice. I'm not really a big mono white guy. I don't really like going the mono colors in draft unless I guess you kind of were supposed to in Shadowmoor, but I wasn't playing then. I was on a break, as they say. And this is like alright, but 5/5 for 5 is not better than this 5/5, and we're already got another good green card, so I am pretty alright taking that. Got the Storage Lands, Dragonstorm. Oh. Here we go, baby. We take the Dragonstorm, comboing perfectly with our Sudden Shock, and then we go get our Bogard and Hellkites. It's game over. Just like that. Just like that. This guy, this is probably pretty good for a, well, this isn't really a 5-drop. We'll be bold and put it there. Or 6-drop, sorry. This just can fight anything. It's worded differently, but what it does is fight. It's that, or we're not really getting past red. Oh, this guy's very good though. I am a big fan of Crit Claw Transmuter, but I think we're gonna take this because it's an uncommon. I think this card could be really good, right? I mean, it's kind of expensive. Transmuter might be better, but this is probably fine. It can only with flying. Okay, it's not that good then. Why does Magic Online do this to me? Here we got Fires of Yavimaya Sliver, Enduring Renewal. That's neat. Fallen Ideal. This is fine for fixing, I suppose. There's just another Baloth. Is that probably what we should take here? I would guess. This is pretty decent too for old school Death Touch. Storm, never. Well, Grape Shot's playable. I shouldn't say that. Like, sometimes you just need a little more burn, and if you can storm it for 1, it's like alright. No, not a fan of that. I think it's between the Fires of Yavimaya Sliver and Dirkwood Baloth, but this is a 1/1. It's just so mediocre on its own, and we don't know if we'll even get to play our red that I think I'm just going to go for both these. Okay. This guy's pretty good, right? Question is he better than Nantuko Shaman? This is a busted constructed sliver, but yeah, once again, goofy 1-1. I think I kind of want to try and play Stone Route. I mean, like, it's not like we need more just big goofy 5-drops, and we don't have more trample creatures at the moment, but he's decent on his own. There is Grape Shot, like I mentioned earlier. I think that's just playable in a deck with, like, a bunch of low drops, or like when these guys come off suspend. It's like a free spell for now. Nantuko Shaman's probably better, so on average, but I'm going to go for the rare here. I like playing with rares when I get a chance, especially when it's a set I haven't played in a while. Well, here is one of the awkward storage lands to splash our red if we need to. This is not terrible, I don't think, but the problem is it can just kind of get chumped forever. Any of these better, though? This is probably alright. Meh. Well, this is... I might just want the 2/2 reach sliver, actually. Besides from this, we got a couple 5-drops, so this guy's fine, but without a bunch of the other Thalids, I think he's a little outshined by these guys, and so I'd rather just pick up a 2/2. Whoa! That's late, right? This card's very good. How good is this card? That's okay. This is actually pretty good, right? Just the 2/2 flanky, but I don't think it's better than Fathom Seer. I've always thought of Fathom Seer as a very good card. This is just another big dumbass. We got plenty of those. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Fathom Seer here, I think. Because I like this card a lot, and if we're seeing it this late. Okay, so we could go for the Flash Bear, which might be probably a little better than a reach, but there's also the Deep Walker here, who I think is pretty good. It's just another suspend guy, cheap undercosted suspend guy. And I do like that a lot. Well, it looks like we might be moving into blue a little here. Man, this is like, I think you want to be really aggro to want this, but it's pretty good if you are. It's also fine. I don't know. All these blue cards are pretty decent. I think the Deep Walker is like pretty good. Yeah, just like, I kind of wish I took the Nantuko Shaman over this guy now, especially, because I got past this blue stuff, and I mean, there's always a fear since we actually started taking the blue so late in the pack, the person to our left will just be blue as well, and we'll get cut out of that, so I'm not going to put the red in the sideboard for now, or the blue. I don't want to play any of these cards, so I will just take the time-shifted one. Okay, there's a bunch of white stuff. Meh. This guy's like a little Sage Owl for 1, but rearranging without getting to put them on the bottom is pretty mediocre. I'll just take Blink because I like the idea of it. It's probably smarter to take Ancient Grudge as just a potentially relevant sideboard card, or this to... I don't really want to fix our mana that way, that's so bad. Yeah, then to just take Dragonstorm for memeing purposes. Are either of these good? I'll just take that. Oh, okay. Sure, Harmonic Sliver. We got 2 slivers now, and a Brass Gnat. No one wanted the Gnat, you kidding me? But yeah, it's possible we'll get cut out of blue from our left anyways, so... Like I said, not making any decisions. I think we're definitely playing our green, though. Alright, now the question is, do we do it? Do we go off with Scion of the Ur-Dragon? I think, sadly, the best card again. This has to be a similar print run to our first pack, right? Bone Splitter, Amaru, Sudden Shock, Dark Withering. Those are all in there. And this? I think we got a very similar print run. Right, how good is this? Return 3 basic lands you control. Pfft. That is a hefty price. This is a dragon. Its ability will almost never be relevant. You know, if this was like 3 blue, if this was just Air Elemental, I think I'd take that here. But it's not. I think I just kind of have to take the second Sudden Shock. This guy might actually be really good, but bouncing 3 lands seems like a very big price to pay. That said, this is a removal for anything once it's in play, but it's slow. See coming, but you can repeat it. It's just, yeah, like I said, very slow. Alright, we'll take a second Sudden Shock. Ooh, a legend. The legendary, what are those stupid-ass wolves called? Well, the card I want to actually try and play here is Teferi, so I think let's move this guy. Let's leave the Sudden Shocks in with the intention of splashing the red. Strangling Soot is probably the actual best card. And I want to try and play Teferi. This is a card I'm a fan of. Him and Venser are the good old Flash and Time Spiral boys, and only equivalented in legendary creatures with Jaya Ballard Task Mage, because it's Incinerate on a sec. She's actually a bomb. She's probably better in limited than either of these guys, but yeah, I mean, triple blue is definitely not what it kind of looks like your deck wants to be doing at the moment, but he's awesome. Come on. It's fucking Teferi. You can do not take him? He's my boy. To each attacking creature and 1 damage to you and each creature you control. Well, we don't have any X1s right now, so it's potentially not terrible. Phantom Worm. Phantom creatures are good. Although this guy's no centaur, I don't think. How good is this guy without being able to pump him? A 3/3 flyer for 5, which is not fantastic. It's good. We don't really have any other flyers at the moment. Oh, this is 6 mana. I was thinking this might be good, but I think Phantom Worm is the best card. I don't actually know how good it is, but it's a crawl worm with a phantom ability, right? Could be wrong. Maybe this is good. It's still removal, and it draws you a card, and we'd play another Deep Walker, and probably play this kind of pinch. We'd probably even play Hailstorm, potentially, like I said, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep taking the big green idiots, I think. It'd be really nice. I forget if there's ramp in this deck. Well, this is, sometimes ramp. If you can set things up in a very specific way. This is ramp. This guy's good, though, right? Like, he's just a very good 3-drop. I think so. I think he's better than Magus of the Candelabra. That's a card that doesn't actually ramp you all that much in these decks. If we had some sick combo interaction, I'd consider it, but I don't believe we do, at least at the moment. Here's another totem. Parisian Watch or whatever those guys are called. We'd probably play that. I mean, we're not really seeing the powerful blue I'd hope to come through. We're still seeing the green though, so I'm gonna pick this guy up. Not complain too much. Ooh, this guy's sweet. I had the one of my first decks with this format. I remember. I'd been playing since the end of Onslaught block. And Mirrodin was my favorite block for a long time. And then this came out, and I picked up the Precon with all the Knights. And it had these guys in it, and like I was on that shit. That became, I think I actually stopped playing my goofy-ass Mirror Enforcer Broodstar deck to play Knight of the Holy Nimbus for a while. But I don't think double white is what we want to cast. I think we just take a Think Twice here and don't complain too much. It's better. This is just a 1/1 flyer in our deck. We're not in the right colors for it. Is this the only familiar? Nightscape's the one that gets played the most constructed because of like Legacy Storm. But yeah, we'll go for a Think Twice here. I do not mind Think Twice. This was significantly worse than Waterfront Bouncer. We've seen another one of these guys. If we want another 5-drop, how good is this? Starting at a 2/2 makes it pretty weak, to be honest. It's just what we want, though, here. It's out of the Savage Thallid. I think we could use another 4-drop more than another 5-drop. What's this? Yeah, this is not good. Okay. Very nimble Mongisi. We get the Death. I'll take this, I guess. Maybe because it's early enough that with the Germinator in this, we could end up with a whole bunch of Thallids, and then that's pretty decent. Ooh, Leviathan. Yeah, this is not very realistic, and, you know, having to spend 4 islands for it to attack once. If we spend 4 islands, how will we ever cast our Teferi, guys? Oh. Now this is interesting with the Thallid guys we've got. And we don't have any other 1/1s right now. But it makes picking up little dumbasses like this a little better. Because this card's pretty powerful only if you are in the absolute token spam deck. But it's that or one of these, I think. And I'd rather try this out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We don't... if we can't put it together, that's fine. Here, I think I'll just take Coral Trickster. It's fine. It's a Morpher Dude, or also a 2-drop. This is a 1/1 that Pendelhaven Albert pump, but like I said, I'm not overly attached to this card, so we'll go for the Trickster. Oh man, yeah, this wheeled. I'm not particularly surprised. I probably should have picked up that red-green storage land to make this a little better, but the storage lands aren't that good. General enemies, I don't think. They can be potentially, though. I guess with this card, I'm more likely to play the Sage than the Drifter, so we'll pick that up. Well, there's I still don't think Flash 1/1 is like, you have to be super invested in this deck to want that. That said, this is not that good either. But I guess it does work late game, and like, I'm sure there's some sideboard matchups. Okay, I thought these guys were pretty good. Although I don't remember the format very well. I guess I'll take this. I don't think it'll make my deck, but I'll leave it in here for now. Just gives you Ophidian, although you don't have to sacrifice your damage. That'd be the true Ophidian Eye. This is probably... I'm just going to take this way, because it's probably the best card here. And yeah. Okay, we already have a Spell Burst. I'll just take another Sage for the sideboard, I guess. You need a lot more Pendelhaven Elders before I want to actually play those guys, though. Oh, okay. We got a 4-drop that I might play. Like I said, it's a 2/2 for 4, so it's not very good immediately. But if I don't get any other 4-drops, I might consider playing it. Like, I was thinking about taking it earlier, quite honestly. Yeah, I think... Okay, this is looking alright. Hey, there's the 1/1 we wanted. Pendelhaven. I think, speaking of 4-drops, this is what we want to pick here. Penumbra Spider is actually still very good. Like, it's probably contestable. Rift Bolts... We don't have that much amazing blue, to be honest. It's very tough, because I could just put, like, the Stone Brow back in and the Blade Scout in and take the Rift Bolt and just get rid of our blue. Well, yeah, but I really want to play Teferi, and even then, I don't know. I think this card's very good as a 4/4 for 4, plus it's doing the sapling thing with these two guys. I'm still not crazy on the Elder, but we might do it. It sucks for passing the Spider, it sucks for passing the Rift Bolt, sucks for passing this. But my will to play Teferi is greater than my will to play Rift Bolt and probably have a better deck. So we'll take the Spore Sower here. Oh, this guy. I think he's actually a pretty decent card. Mostly because you can just like crack your mountains late game. I really think the best thing for our deck though here is to take the Evolving Wilds. There's not that much very good in blue or green in this pack. You just have like this thing, the Time Ebb for 4, and like there's actually like no green cards really. There's this, and I think we really want to play these 2 Sudden Shocks, and that makes this plan a lot more viable. So I'm going to go ahead and snap up the Terramorphic Expanse here. The Dervish! It's a shame he is only a 1/1. Otherwise we could go off. But yeah, this is going to be the pick. I mean, I think this card's actually very good as well. I think it's really good in our deck, and Mystical Teachings is obviously sick because you can just find anything with Teferi. Like, that's a combo, but I don't think either of these cards, or Prismatic Lens, which is also a good card for that matter, ramps us and fixes us. Like, who knows, maybe we wield Gemhide Sliver. I think that's unlikely. But yeah, this card's just like so good that I don't see myself passing it and being happy about it. This gives us a very good reason to be playing blue, aside from Teferi memeing, so. Alright, and got a pump spell. We got this sliver. I don't know if we're playing any of our slivers. We just have the one, right? Didn't I pick up that shadow sliver? I guess I didn't. There's this thing. There's another one of these. What I'm thinking about right now is the Shell Dweller. It gives us another Thallid thing. So we'd be up to 4. Which is actually alright numbers for that. Or not good enough, I still don't think, but the whole pack to go, who knows, right? And it makes this guy better when you can be putting in the Saprolines as pump, right? And I think rather than just having another one of these 5-drop guys, I would rather have the 2-drop because it can block and get us to our big guys. Okay. This is, you know what? We have a shit ton of suspend, which makes this card alright. That said, is it better than another Evolving Wilds or another Germinator? I don't think so. I think I want the Germinator here. Just to be a Thallid man, but we have 3, 4. Okay, only 4. So yeah, this card's definitely not worth taking over the Germinator at this point. I think the Terramorphic Expanse is actually pretty close, but since we already have one, I'm gonna take the Germinator here. Cause yeah, I think he's pretty good. And there's another Sudden Shock, which I mean we could be the mono Sudden Shock blue-green deck, but I think Search for Tomorrow is the pick because it helps us play the Sudden Shocks you already have, and I think the ramp's pretty good in our deck. To be honest, we get some good higher level drops, so I'm going to throw the Search in there, and we can move this Sage to the sideboard pretty safely, I think. Here, this is just way too expensive. Didn't they print this exact same fucking card for literally 1 mana? Isn't Fleeting Distraction just this for 1 mana? Yeah, that's not very good either. Strength in Numbers. Yeah, that's for the Thal deck as well, but for the goofy Thal deck, I think we just want the Shell Dweller once again. And I think I'm going to take it. We actually have a shit ton of stuff now, which... We have a lot. Ooh, Mirati. There's the Teachings, though. I mean... With Teferi, guys. I don't think I really want to play Wormwood Dryad. I want to have her Teachings. Mirari, how many instances for? No, we're like all creatures. We actually have like none. We have like this. That's it. And the Sudden Shocks, I guess. But you can't. This doesn't work with Sudden Shock, does it? Oh no, because it would trigger regardless, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna take the Teachings and maybe play it. I was saying with this and that we could even throw a Swamp in there, but I think that would upset our mana a little too much. I don't know. We might cut the Teachings. Like, well, it gets Sudden Shock or like a Think Twice. And if we take another Think Twice here, which I think we're going to, because it's the best card in this pack, I'm pretty happy with that, I think. I don't really want to play any of these cards, I don't think. This is actually decent against our deck if we don't draw Sudden Shocks, so get rid of that. We'll take, take the Dervish. And sure, we'll take this guy. Maybe that's something we want to side in. We'll take Venser's Sliver. I'll take a Cancel. Cancel's actually probably like kind of close to playable, I would guess. Right? I don't know for sure. Alright, we gotta cut 3 things. I think this just reach Slivers out. I think we'd rather have these guys. I'm gonna make the call on this next. I think that's the next big question. I think the Eternity Snare is taking a seat on the bench. That or the Coral Trickster? I don't know. The Eternity Snare Might be something we value just because we don't have that much removal, but just the problem is that, like, late in the game you have to wait for them to attack still, right? Like, you can't, it doesn't tap the card itself still, which is just so weak, because they, even with their best cards, they might not be attacking with them late in the game, and you want your pump stuff to, yeah, tap stuff, sorry, not pump stuff, to get things out of the way, right? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, please. Please, just move to where you're meant to be. How do I fix this? Alright, here's how we fix it. Watch this. And then sort by convert mana cost A, and then get the fuck. Oh, okay. Well, Coral Trickster we might actually play on too, but Fathom Seer is definitely Morpher. This is a 2-drop. You always want to put your suspend creatures in the way that makes your curve look the sickest. Yeah, okay. What do we not want to play here? I think... Okay, if I cut this Gnar, let's play all these, including the teachings, and a swamp, maybe? I mean, I don't know if we can play. Actually, we have triple blue. I don't think we can play a swamp. I was going to say, we only have double greens, so really, we don't have to play that many islands. And except for we are trying to play Teferi Mage's Alfear in our deck. I think I'll leave this in. This is a cute card with this, as well as there's some decent stuff we can find in our deck, right? And then we have this in still. Let me run the... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. It's just 6. And then we have no other 1/1s. It's not great. I'm going to be honest, Pendlehaven Elder. It's not that great. But I suppose this can block as a 2/3, which isn't terrible. Is it better than the Herdnar? I don't know. I really don't think we actually have the critical mass we want for this. I think you want like 9-ish. Saddled things and probably some actual 1/1s, which I guess we could play. I guess Cancel is also something we could think about playing. Or Spellburst, I suppose. Because Cancel, we can find that with Mystical Teachings late in the game. Is that better than like Coral Trickster? Maybe. But I'd just rather play a Swamp than Coral Trickster. You know, it's a shame we didn't pick up that Gemhide Silver for one reason. We could have used that to splash this back, which would have been cute. But I think I took something actually good over it, right? Pretty sure I took Ephemeron, which, okay, yeah. I will never regret taking Ephemeron. No, I think we'll give this a shot as our 23. It's possible this is just getting too cheeky, especially because we don't intend on splashing it back, right? But we have Teferi, and so, come on. Tell me you're not going to do this? You just curve Teferi into teachings for anything? Anything? Yeah, come on now. And like I said, I don't think this card is that good, really, but I think it's valuable in it's, well, it's not something you really want to play for 2, but it's a morph, and it always helps to have 2 morph, like, having just 1 morph creature, or as I like to call it, Exalted Angel and Cube Syndrome, is like, when your opponent knows exactly what your morph creature probably is, you lose a fair bit of value on the morph, right? I think blue's the only color with morph in Time Spiral, the set at least. I don't know about the whole block. And wow, I just thought Fathom Seer's Eyeballs for the very first time. I've been playing with this card for years. It's in my Pauper Cube. Jesus, real skeleton looking guy. Yeah. All right, I like this. Let's try this at least. Terramorphic Expanse. Let's add our basics. I think we can get away with 1 mountain. Because we have Search for Tomorrow. Yeah, we're definitely playing at least 6 islands and Terramorphic Expanse. See, this isn't great. Only 8 green with the amount of double green and how we want green early. but I don't think we can really play less islands because we want to play Teferi, and we still do want blue pretty early as well. And our double green costs aren't quite as bad as they look because the Darkwood Balos don't take double green to suspend, which makes them a little stronger. And same goes for the mountains. You know, we can search for more on Terramorphic Expanse, help fix the rest of our mana. Maybe I did want 2 Terramorphic Expanses in this deck. I can't remember what I took over that. If it's something on my sideboard, I probably would have just wanted the second one of these, because we got some bold color choices here, but I definitely want to play the Sudden Shocks, I think. And, come on. Tell me I'm not going to play Teferi. So I think that's going to be it for deck building. I'm still not crazy about this guy, but we're definitely playing him if we're trying to play this. So we're going to go for this for now. I think this is a deck that can resist enough getting run over, and I think unless we're against the really removal heavy decks, like whoever took some of the Strangling Sweats we saw, we have the late game on a lot of people, I think. We got some card advantage. We just have some enormous goobers and some cute tricks, and our suspend guys will just come out and beat face. So I'm going to submit this, and I'll see you in round 1.